Multiversus is coming back May 28th. There's a video that released that explains everything. It said that the game's been worked on this whole time, that last time was a beta, they're going to be adding a lot of stuff. There's a lot of things to kind of, acknowledge. I played a good bit of Multiversus before when it was in beta for like however long it was. I kind of fell off after a while, but when it first came out, I was playing all the time. I believe this game also had server issues like most online games, but let me tell you, this game was really, really fun. There was a good set of characters that were already in the game when the game first launched, and then a little bit later on, we got some extra characters. A little bit of a problem there though. Rick and Morty were kind of added in late. Black Adam was teased for like a really, really long time, but he just never showed up until like last minute pretty much. And some other character, there was like Cosmo or Gizmo or something like that. There's some other characters, but in all actuality, the game was really fun, and with updates, with it being a full game and everything like that, I could expect this game to do really well. May not be some like game of the year material or anything, but I think it will do pretty well. A lot of people are saying things of like, this game is probably going to fall off, it's going to die on launch or anything like that, and let's be honest, everyone forgot about this game. There were people who were still making videos on it when the game wasn't even being talked about remotely at all, and I don't know, man, it's a game for its time. It came out 2 years ago and they've been working on it ever since, and honestly, they have a lot of room to improve. And by room to improve, I mean like they kind of set a bar, like a standard, I would say, for later, being like, hey, this is a beta, this is what it is now, expect more later. So they kind of, there's an expectation. I wouldn't expect it to be awful when it launches. There's probably going to be server issues when it launches again, probably. That's going to fucking suck. And hopefully they kind of changed the system for the game. There was a few things that were in Multiversus that kind of made it, I wouldn't say unplayable, but kind of unfun. If I do remember this correctly, I'm not even going to fact check it. You can fact check me in the comments if I'm not right. But if you have ever played Smash Brothers or anything, there is a thing called stock, or your lives. You have usually 3 of them, and even if you're on a team, if you lose 3, your teammate can still live and use their lives. For this game, that's not the case. I believe it's 3 lives or something like that. And if you die, that counts for your entire team. And it's much easier to die that way, certain things like that. Maybe you glitch off the map, something. That happened a lot. A lot of bugs and glitches for this game. And that's fine, because, beta. But man, it was rough. That shit was rough. Like when you think you hit someone and it was lag and stuff like that. That happened a lot. But I do hope that they come out with either 2 modes or something that, another mode, or they update the original and make it so that it's lives per person, because that would make it a lot more fun, a lot more replayability, a lot more clutch moments that could potentially happen that I think would be very interesting to see. It'd be nice to see like an actual pro scene for this game slowly develop, like in, mini organizations and certain things like that, of like small groups of people hosting things. It's live on Twitch or something like that. That would be interesting to see. I think they did something before, don't really remember, but I made a few videos on this game a while ago, and that's some of the gameplay that you're seeing right now, so that's why it's kind of edited a little bit and stuff like that. It's my own gameplay. I played it when it first came out, and I'll be honest, it was, I can say firsthand that it was fun. There was a lot of, small things, like it launched with it's a beta, it launched and there was a battle pass. You didn't get your tokens back from the battle pass. There was like $100 version, but granted, the game was free to play, so it was kind of half and half, not that bad. I remember there was a thing with codes and certain things like that to get the beta access, and then eventually everyone can get in, and then it was cross-platform, I believe. I need to fact check that actually, because it was. I searched it up. It was cross-play and cross-progression. I don't know if cross-progression is being added as of May 29th or 28th, or it was something before. Never really tried it. I only played it on my computer because it made the most sense. One thing that was really fun that I will bring up right now, because it was very hilarious, was you could do custom character models in that game, and I really hope that they do not get rid of that, because that was fucking amazing. You can make your character look completely different, and that was like awesome. I absolutely loved it. I had no problem with that. Like, you could just change it. You were the only person who could see it, and other people looked the same way if they picked the same character. I thought it was absolutely fucking hilarious. One thing that I do hope happens for this game is that they get updates quite frequently, whether it's 2 to 3 weeks, and on top of that, I hope we get new characters very consistently, not exactly every month, but soon, or I don't know. It can launch in somewhat of a broken state, I'd say, where a character is a little bit too strong, because a balance patch is much easier to do than just trying to fully change the character, I guess. I don't know. There's a lot for it. I bet that there's a lot of stuff that they're doing. You know, one thing that was announced was that they're going from Unreal Engine 4 to Unreal Engine 5. So the game looks better and it will play better. There's like a netcode thing that they talked about, which is good. One thing that they did in the past, in the beta, was they did change the hitboxes to actually make it reflect how the game works, because there was a lot of people who hated that it was a bean that was your hitbox. It was not the actual look of the character. So I'm glad that that will be changed and that will, you know, reflect with the netcode and all of that. I do look forward to this game. I hope that it does well. It doesn't need to be, you know, S-tier game, but it could do really well. When the trailer came out, when the idea of this game, you know, was brought to fruition, people were like, holy shit, there is so many possibilities. That's so much fun. And one thing as well that, you know, not to make it sad or anything, but Kevin Conroy did voice this version of Batman. So let's hope they don't do any AI shit to kind of give him other lines, because there will be other characters and sometimes the characters talk to each other in the game. It would kind of be a little bit moody for Batman to just not respond. That also works. Or they could try to reuse certain voice lines, or maybe they already had him say numerous lines. They usually do that for games where they you know, the lines are much easier than actually animating it, so they just have him do it. I hope that that's the case and they fully disclose that, because there will be a lot of issues if they're not very transparent with that stuff with Kevin Conroy. It does suck. So let's hope that it's not like, let's hope they do it right. There is an ethical, correct way to do it. Let's hope that they don't like really mess that side of it up, because that would also give them some flack. Flack? It wouldn't do well for them. People would hate on their shit very often if that's what they did, like if they fucked it up. So let's hope they don't mess it up. But yeah, you know, my experience is pretty good with this. The game, I think, will do pretty good when it first launches. Obviously, they're going to have much more trailers. They'll probably tease a few characters or something. My expectations are not insanely high, but they are not that low because of the possibilities for this game. But as I said, I enjoyed it. You probably didn't, or you really did, or something like that. I know everyone experienced this game much differently, and I would like to know what you guys have to like say about it. Let me know if you're hyped or anything, like if you actually are wanting to play when this game comes out, or if you really don't care, or what was your overall experience with it. Comment that down below. I like reading your guys' comments. It doesn't matter who it is. I just like, you know, seeing that other people are talking about it, because it's a game. Everyone likes playing video games. This game is something that a lot of people played, and let's hope that more start playing when it comes out. But yeah, I guess that'll do it for this video. I hope you guys have a great day, great week, great month, great whole rest of the year. It actually really doesn't matter when it is. Hope that's great for you guys, though. See ya.